We're talking about Knowledge of the Future in movies, YouTube channel, Easter Egg Psychic. Alright, the classic Star Trek television episode, Requiem For Methuselah. I believe this may show future references to the Star Trek movies. These are 13 films released between 1979 and 2016. The 1969 Star Trek episode Requiem for Methuselah, Season 3, Episode 19. So the cast in this includes Trek regulars William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, DeForest Kelley, James Doohan, and Nichelle Nichols. Guest stars in this one, James Daly and Louise Sorel. So in this episode, Kirk, Spock, and McCoy beam down to a planet, and they're looking for a substance that will be key in producing a treatment to the deadly Rigelian fever, which has struck the Enterprise crew. There they meet the lordly character Flint, and they're taken to his abode, lavish and palatial, containing one of the galaxy's most impressive collections of artwork. And he also has an android companion played by Louise Sorel. This is Raina. Alright, so looking at this episode, your anchor and indicator that the future Star Trek movies are being described. Pretty simple to recognize. Both Raina and Flint are shown at several points throughout the episode, seated in front of a television or video display. Then another indicator, the art collection of Flint itself, and the fact that later on he shrinks the Enterprise, and the model of the Enterprise starship, it sits on a table. In the final scene of Requiem for Methuselah, there may be a reference to Star Trek movies 2 and 3. Oh yes, and there are potential spoilers in these. Please be advised. Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan in 1982. Yeah, Spock, who has telepathic powers, implants a message into the mind of Captain Kirk to forget this episode's tragic events. And yeah, this is the opposite of what happens in Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan in 1982. In the climax of this story, Spock uses his Vulcan mind meld technique to impart a message to Dr. McCoy, telling him to remember. But in Star Trek III, The Search For Spock in 1984, McCoy apparently transfers Spock's spirit to his regenerated form. Flint's character wears a purple cape, and this may be a reference to Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. So the villain in this movie is Khan Noonien Singh, a genetically modified human played by actor Ricardo Montalban, and he apparently hails from Earth's 20th century. And after waging massive wars, he flees into space, frozen in suspended animation, and he's awoken in the events of the Star Trek classic TV series episode Space Seed. But in that episode, they refer to the genetically modified tyrants that tried to take control of the planet Earth as the Supermen. And that may be the connection to Flint's cape. The DC comic book character Superman also wears a red cape. My YouTube channel is Easter Egg Psyche. There I go back, I look at movies and television from the past. I analyze these for possible references to future media. These may appear in the form of anecdotes, idioms, anagrams, hidden in the subtext of the work in question. I also use an unconventional method where I look at the likenesses of the actors. And what I found is you can take the likenesses, match these up to some of the anecdotal items, and show past, present, and future information about actors and other personalities who may resemble the personalities in the movie or television episode that you're watching. My email contact is eastereggguy, that's GUY, @yahoo.com. Thanks for watching.